So hello guys, welcome to the Mastering Bitcoin CLI session. We'll do using Polar. I hope you all have installed Docker and Polar on your machine. If you haven't, I'm once again asking you to install Docker and Polar. So you can do so while we are going through the presentation quickly. The instructions have already been communicated to you. So yeah, you can go through that. It's very easy. Just go to Docker website. It will tell you to download Docker desktop. Download that and then go to Polar and download the app. It's pretty straightforward.
Nice. Yeah, I just already did it. So I'm planning to go through as we are all going it. I haven't tried it before. So cool. I'll try out the instruction and give them one by one. I got Polar downloaded. That was pretty easy. Anybody had issue on downloading Polar?
Yeah, so I downloaded Docker, and when I downloaded Polar, it says that Docker not found. I don't know the reason. It prompts me to download Docker desktop again, but I've already done it.
Yeah, you need to start Docker. We'll do that in a minute. When we get to that, you need to start Docker and have the Docker app running, and then if you start Polar, it should be able to detect it.
Right, makes sense. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
While downloading,
Oh, wait,
Yes,
just one
please.
maybe Coptic.
Okay, thank you, Raj. While downloading Polar, the Microsoft detected the file is not safe, but however, I proceeded it. Hope it's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. If you're it's fine. If you're skeptic, you can uninstall it after the session.
Yeah, Microsoft has weird rules of making verified software. So when you're downloading stuff from GitHub and all, you will see this all. So I don't worry. Yeah. Then the next person who was asking question, Jayant,
I think.
yeah, it was the same question. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool guys.
Okay.
Yeah, let's proceed. So yeah, I'll keep the presentation short. We'll go over the overview of the workshop, a brief introduction of what Docker is, what Polar is, what is Bitcoin CLI, and what's a regtest, and then we'll hand the practice session. And at the end, we can have a short Q&A and a wrap up. Cool. So I'm sure you all must be this guy here. You all must be facing this problem. How can I try Bitcoin CLI commands in test environment where it's safe and it's easy to do? So that's what we are trying to solve today. So yeah, just to give you an overview of the workshop, first we'll set up and run your own regtest node, which will run inside Docker, and we'll interface with it using Polar. We'll understand the various Bitcoin CLI and various RPC commands, which will be the hands-on session. And then at the end, we have a practical exercise, which you'll have 1 week to complete. And yeah, the one random user who completes it will get $10 in Bitcoin as a prize. So yeah, more on that towards the end. Next, what is Docker? Docker is basically a platform to ship, run, and develop applications which runs inside a container. So Docker basically provides you a platform in which you can run any program, which will be the same for the environment in which the program will run will be same for everyone. So it doesn't matter which laptop you have, which operating system you have, which processor you have. We all will be able to run Bitcoin Core in the same test environment, which is possible through Docker. So yeah, Docker. Why use Docker? Because it gives us consistency across multiple development environments. So there can be a 32-bit or 64-bit processor in some laptops. Some of us might be running Mac OS, Linux, or Windows. So it doesn't matter what which laptop you have and what OS you have. Docker gives us the ability to run programs on that. And then the different applications in Docker are completely isolated from each other. So you can have multiple Bitcoin nodes run in different containers, inside different containers, and they all will be on the same machine running inside Docker. And yeah, it's very easy to deploy and scale with Docker. So yeah, when it comes to Docker, running Bitcoin D in a container in Windows and running Bitcoin D in a container in Mac OS, they're the same thing. from Docker's perspective because they run inside a virtual machine which Docker creates on your system. So yeah, coming to what is Polar, Polar is an application which is used to set up, like easily set up Bitcoin and Lightning Network test nodes, which run on your local machine. So it provides you an easy way to test your application by interfacing with Bitcoin and Lightning nodes in a test environment, which is regtest. So why use Polar? Polar has a visual interface. So for those of you who are not familiar with using CLI, it has a very nice GUI which you can do a lot of operations on. If you are a power user, it provides an inbuilt CLI or a terminal which you can connect to and then like try out CLI commands, which we'll do in a bit. Configuration and monitoring, the network configuration and monitoring with Polar is very easy. And yeah, the last thing is it has an inbuilt CLI for power users. That's why we're using Polar. So yeah, one click Bitcoin and Lightning networks is possible because of Docker and Polar combined. Coming to what is regtest? Regtest stands for regression testing, which is a test mode which provides the ability to run a local Bitcoin network, which is used for testing things locally on the machine. So the blockchain, you're not connecting to any external peer or computer. Everything in regtest mode exists only on your machine. So yeah, it's a local private blockchain that exists just on your machine, just for you. And the benefits of using regtest are you can instantly generate blocks. Like within 1 second, you can generate 100 blocks, which is not possible on testnet or signet or like any other network. And then it's easy to test transactions this way. Like you can test a lot of things in regtest. I think the functional testing in Bitcoin is also done on regtest. Like it behaves very similar to a mainnet node, so everything is almost similar. But except for some things like difficulty of block generation, which is very low for regtest. But yeah, it is very similar. It almost behaves similar to mainnet node, except for a few things. And then yeah, it's a private blockchain, so you don't need to worry about what you are doing on it. You can like go crazy and do anything. You can, if you want, you can mine till the end of like block subsidy until block subsidy runs out on regtest, which is pretty cool to do. So if you want, you can mine as many blocks as you want. And the thing is, like, if you fuck something up, you can always destroy it and create a new regtest node from scratch. So I'm sure like some of you might be feeling like this, Lady, like hearing about regtest for the first time. How many of you are hearing about regtest for the first time? You can, I think there are reactions enabled. So you can react and let me know.
Quite some folks. Will be amazing. Awesome. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. One does not simply master Bitcoin CLI without the hands-on practice session. So yeah, let's jump to that. I'll quickly stop sharing. And yeah, so first you need to start Docker. Let me try sharing my entire screen. Okay, so you can like start Docker by opening Docker, however you do it on your machine. And once you do it, it should show something like this. So Docker is starting. And yeah, I encourage you all to start Docker.
Anmol, is it possible like increase the zoom for your screen a bit because the letters are not very visible? Or maybe you want to close the Discord also, minimize the Discord, and yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm using monitor, so
Full
how
screen.
is this?
Yeah, full screen.
This is good. Yes, this is much better now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this will work. Yep.
If you want me to decrease it more, let me know. But I think if this is good, then I prefer this.
Yes, this is good to go. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So once you start Docker, something like this should show up. Let me know once it's done or if you are facing any problems. Yeah, one sec. Let me quickly do this. Yeah, so this is how it should look like when you first start.
Does everybody have this screen? Like
So
if nobody like pings, we'll assume that you don't, and you can like ask question in the chat, and we'll try to pause for everybody to be in the same page.
okay, so do you need to
Yeah.
sign in before doing anything here?
No. If it prompts you to sign in, you can just close the dialog. Like even I haven't signed it, so you can just close it. It would ask you to connect to Docker Hub, but you don't need to. You don't need to sign up.
Okay.
So we just need to create an container as of now, right? Run in container.
Don't create any container. Just start Docker for now, and we'll go from there. Why doesn't it let me open the chat?
There should be a button at the top right corner. Yeah, like it's like spread across your screen.
Yeah. So once you're done, you can react to this message and let me know.
Quick question, Anmol. My screen says Docker engine stopped by default. Is that a problem?
Are you on Windows?
Yes.
I think Ayush, maybe can you answer that? I think we encountered this problem in your system as well. So Docker engine should be running.
Yeah, maybe try restarting it again. See what
Yeah,
happens.
try closing it and starting it again.
All right.
Yeah, so if you hover over this green thing here, it should say engine running. So you need to have the Docker engine running.
Can you say that again? Where do I need to hover around?
Here, bottom left.
Right. I see.
For me, it is showing resource saver mode.
Yeah, that's okay.
Anmol, I'm unable to open. When I double click on this Docker desktop, it's not opening.
What does it do? Like,
Nothing. Okay. Just in the task manager, now it's open. It says starting the Docker engine. Okay.
yeah. If you open it the first time, it may do weird things, but try restarting.
So one thing I observed is like in Linux, I had Docker installed, but I didn't have to run any Docker container. And just Polar asked me to like start a network, and then it just spawned the container. So we don't need to spawn container ourselves, right? We just need to start the Docker engine.
Yeah, we need to start the Docker engine. You don't even need a Docker desktop. You can just like if you are a power user in Linux, you can just download the Docker engine and run it. You don't even need Docker desktop. But for simplicity, like I asked everyone to download this.
Right, makes sense.
So the error on my system shows Docker desktop unexpected WSL error. This might be a Windows specific thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe you don't have WSL installed or something. Is anyone else facing the same issue? I'm unable to launch Polar without running any container image in my Docker. Yeah, you don't, like in Docker desktop, you don't have to do anything. You just have to open it. And then once you like go to Polar, it should, you need to start.
Just need Docker desktop started. That's it.
Is anyone facing the same issue as Shayan? Like weird WSL issues on Windows?
Yeah, for me, this screen is not coming up. The dashboard is coming up with the containers.
So do you have any other containers running?
Currently, yes, one container is running up.
What's that?
Welcome.
Yeah. I think it spawned up a simple intro container. That's okay. You can just leave it running or stop it.
Okay.
On your Docker, you have this space where you could write, right? The
What
commands.
space?
Yeah. This is the command where it is written docker run -d-p.
Yeah.
So it's a particular thing how to see that.
I don't know. Maybe like click on this option, containers.
It doesn't show anything.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as like Docker engine is running, that's okay. I think I have an old version which has this thing.
Mhm.
For me, here it is showing that Docker desktop WSL update failed.
Yeah, can you share your screen if you don't mind?
Yeah, just a second.
Thanks. And I think it's the same issue what Shayan is facing.
So I think there is some command you need to run on the PowerShell where it says WSL update, and then it will update the WSL on your Windows system.
It shows me a command to try WSL shutdown. I tried it, but I don't think it did anything. I can try WSL update as well.
Yeah, you need to open the PowerShell as administrator.
Right. That is the Windows PowerShell, right? That's the terminal for Windows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
correct.
open it as administrator, like sudo.
You can do right click and say run as administrator, something like that. Yeah, so here there is something called program and features. Okay. And then you come here, turn Windows feature on or off. So this another window will pop up, and here you can see the Windows hypervisor platform and virtual machine platform. So these two things you need to check, and then it will work. Yeah, maybe you can try this, and then if it doesn't work, then we can see later.
Yeah, I think we can move on, and Shreyan and Amdab can attempt this one. And Jayant, if you can just copy the name of that window in the launch for them to refer in the chat, that will be helpful.
Okay.
But let's move on. We are already at 30 minutes mark, and we need to finish it in an hour.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So start stream. Yeah. So once you have Docker running, you can click on Polar to start. So yeah, go ahead, start Polar now. Once you have started Polar, you should see something like this.
Awesome. Just give an emoji once you are done with the Polar setup, so we know most people are there. I think Hazel was already at Polar, Paper was at Polar. Other guys, are you guys at Polar? Okay, cool. Seems like everybody is at Polar, so let's go ahead.
Yeah, so now you see this option called create network. Click on that and decrease like the number of LND, cold lightning, and eclair nodes to 0, and then one code 1.
Right, and then
you can name the session. I'll call it Mastering Bitcoin CLI. So this is the configuration. 00001.
Yeah, just keep going.
Okay, and then click on create network. So that should open something like this. So there should be one backend, which will be this Bitcoin code symbol.
Anmol, to maximize the Polar screen, it's really hard to see. Yeah, but also the zoom. Yeah, zoom in a bit. Yeah, good enough.
Let me know once you guys are there.
I think people are already there. So, like, let us know once you are not there, so that will be easier. If you have some problem, do unmute yourself and speak up, or else we'll assume that you are there.
I have taken the default lightning channels. I think it was 2. So it is showing 2 channels for me. You said it should not only no lightning channels. So should I create
something up? You can if you screw something up, you can continue with that. That's also fine. Or you can go to this, click on these 3 buttons, click on delete, and click on yes, and that should get you back to the original screen.
Okay.
So yeah, go back, create network, decrease the number of lightning. Even if you have lightning nodes, it's fine, but we won't be using them.
Okay.
Yeah, the number of core nodes should be 1.
It's taking a lot of time to start.
Yeah, at the start it's gonna take because it's gonna download the Docker containers and spawn them. The first run will take some time.
Okay.
Should be like 2-3 minutes, depending on your network connection.
Do you need to click on the start button?
Yeah, if you want, you can go click on the start button. That will start the container, and then once you see this green dot, that means the node is running.
All right. Does people have node with yellow and green background? So ping us once people are here, then we'll move forward because it's gonna take different people different time to get the thing started.
Yes. What will, if the green light is not coming up? Do we need to, after creating this, do we need to do any steps?
Yeah, so this should be the default, this gray dot backend
yes.
Bitcoin. Yeah. So you click on start, then the node should be
Mine is
online.
started, but this backend is not showing up. I don't know why.
Maybe you need to scroll up and down. It zoom out. It's like a map, so it's probably out of your view. So just zoom out.
Yes, thanks, Raj.
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
Cool.
Mine is still running. It says starting. Okay, it may take some time.
Yes, BTC noob, you seem like you are started. Cool. Just let us know in the chat when you're here up till when the node starts. Then we'll move on from.
And on the right hand side, there is some window which is showing network designer or something like that.
Yeah. So
I don't know how to.
this right. So you click on this. Click on this box, and you should be here.
Which box?
The
backend.
This backend. Click on backend.
Okay.
If you just click on the empty space, you will show the network designer window. If you just click on empty backspace, if you click on the node, it will show you backend 1, whatever you given the name of the node, and info, connect, and action buttons.
Yeah. Perfect. Thanks.
Cool. Anybody else still starting?
Okay, I'll stop, delete, and restart in case anyone missed. So you have to go create network, decrease the number of networks for Lightning to 0, and then 1 Bitcoin core node. Name your network, Mastering Bitcoin CLI. And yeah, you should be here. So once you're here, click on start. And once it's started, click on this backend. You should see all the information, which core node version you are running, which implementation, node type, which is Bitcoin in our case.
Hello, Anmol. I got a green light with some orange blinking in the back end, but info says unable to connect to no wallet is loaded.
Yeah, that's okay. Some of you might, yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about that. Ignore that for now.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. It feels like everybody's on the same page, so we can move on from here. If somebody not, please do him out at this point. Yep, nobody. Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, we'll quickly explore the GUI and then we'll move to the CLI session. So you can quick mine, click on mine blocks. It just mines 1 block at a time. So if I click 4 or 5 times, you see the block height is increasing and the immature balance is also increasing. So yeah, quick question for everyone. You see that the immature balance is increasing to 250, which is 50 block BTC per block, which is the block reward from Genesis. But the spendable balance is still 0. Can anyone tell why?
Because you need 100 commissions before spending your coins.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah.
Nice. Fantastic. So yeah, that's the correct answer. Before you can spend your Coinbase block reward, there should be 100 blocks mined on top of that. So the UTXO should be matured by 100 blocks before you can spend your Coinbase reward. So yeah, you can also enable auto mine. So you can, if I spend 30 mine 1 block every 30 seconds, let's turn it off for now. And then, yeah, the other options are there as well. This is the information about your node. This is the current block hash, the block height, immature balance, spendable balance, status, all that. If you go to connect, these are the connection info. So if you want to connect to the RPC using any other thing like Axios or curl in your terminal, you can use this endpoint to connect to that. This is the P2P connection port. This is the ZNQ connection port, ZNQ transaction host. This is the username and password that you need to specify while connecting to the RPC. And you can click on this to refer to the docs, API docs. And if you go to actions, yeah, you can actually mine blocks here. So let me mine 100 blocks and then we'll have some spendable balance. So all of you can do the same. So try mining 100 blocks. go to action, type 100, click on mine. And that should mine 100 blocks. Let me know once you're done.
Yeah, I think people are there.
Yeah.
Okay. So now if you go back to info, you can see that you have a spendable balance has increased to 250, which is 5 blocks. So 250 we can now mature and ready to be spent. You have 5,000 BTC as a mature balance for the 100 blocks that we mine, just mine. Okay, cool. Moving on, you can use the GUI as well to send BTC to any address. If anyone has an address, you can give me one and I'll send it. But yeah, we'll do it later. And you can specify the amount here as well. It also shows you the balance. So you can also send using the GUI. Yeah, once everyone is done here, click on launch. So once you click on launch, it should launch another window like this. And now we are in the CLI.
Got it. I'm there.
Okay, I'll do it once again for people who missed it. Go to, click on backend, go to actions, and then you should see a launch button. Click on launch.
We can send coins to each other because we are all in our local regtest node, so that doesn't work. So like people sent an address. If I try to send to that address, that will create a transaction, valid transaction in my local, but people don't see the balance. Right. So later on, once we have like Signet connection, we can try to do that. But in this way, it will not work among each other.
Yeah, because this blockchain only exists on your local machine.
Yep. Sorry, paper. Next up. We'll send you thousands of BTC. No worries. Okay, Anmol, let's go on with the CLI.
Okay, I hope everyone is here. The first command that we'll see is Bitcoin
Anmol,
CLI
a bit
help.
in your terminal possible?
I need to see. Yeah, I don't think it would let me see. Give me a minute, let me try some.
Mm-hmm. It's zoomed out even further. It's much smaller
Yeah,
now.
one second.
Like control plus control minus works for me. Control plus control minus.
Oh yeah, right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
awesome.
One second, let me do this. So should I zoom in further? Is this good?
Just one step. One more. Yeah, this is good.
Okay. Yeah, so first command we'll try is Bitcoin CLI help. So type this Bitcoin-CLI space help and then hit enter. So you should see something like this.
Right. Let's keep moving ahead unless people find block code. Then we can pause.
Yeah, so once you do this, it will give you Bitcoin CLI help, gives you a list of all the commands that you can run using Bitcoin CLI. And if you want to clear your terminal, you can just clear and hit enter. So it will do everything.
All right.
So yeah, moving forward, next command is you can use Bitcoin CLI help to get information about one specific command. So for now, we'll get information about get blockchain info. So yeah, this command gives us the information about this particular RPC command, which is get blockchain info. So yeah, all the information that it returns and all the information that it accepts, and yeah, it gives you an example of usage as well. So Bitcoin CLI get blockchain info. The next command that we'll try is this. So Bitcoin CLI get blockchain info. So if you made a typo. Yeah. So Bitcoin CLI get blockchain info, hit enter, and it will give you the information about your current blockchain. So the network is regtest, the number of blocks, the number of headers, the hash of the best block, difficulty, time, median time, all this.
Awesome.
Okay, the next command that we'll try is Bitcoin CLI help get network info. So yeah, it gives you the information about the P2P network and the services that your node supports. So Bitcoin CLI get network info.
There's a typo in Bitcoin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this gives me information about the network I'm running. So yeah, the network version, this is the P2P network version and the local services that I have. So I have network witness, I support SegWit, I can serve compact block filters. And yeah, you can connect to me, go to this node on IPv4, IPv6. Onion, I2P, and CJ TNS is not supported. This is all like P2P network stuff. And it also gives me like information about relay fee. Okay, and last but not the least, we'll do Bitcoin CLI get wallet info. And this will give you information about the current wallet that's loaded in the node. So this is the default wallet which is loaded. It should have like some balance depending on how much blocks you mine. It may have immature balance. Unconfirmed balance will be 0 because we haven't like done any transactions. And then other information like our private key is enabled. You can also do like watch only wallets in which private key enabled will be false. So just information about the wallet that Polar loads by default. Okay. After this, let's explore some blockchain exploration commands. So the first one that we are going to try is Bitcoin CLI get block count. So it gives us the count of the number of blocks in the current blockchain. We can get the hash of a particular block. So Bitcoin CLI get block hash, I think. And then if you specify the block height, it will give you the block hash. So let's look at the Genesis block. So get block hash 0, and it gives you the hash of this block. So if I copy this hash, do get Bitcoin CLI get block, then specify the hash. So it will give me the information about the Genesis block. So the version, height, the transaction ID. This. We can also get a more detailed information about this particular block. So if you do get block hash and 2, which will set the verbosity to 2, it will give you more detailed information about the transaction that the block includes. So now we get to see the whole Coinbase transaction of the Genesis block, which Satoshi created. I hope you guys are following, right?
And is it the case that we input Coinbase field? That's where the message is encoded.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. We can check quickly.
Okay.
So copy.
Anmol, how to get this?
Okay.
So
Yeah,
if you
let's do it once.
the hash of just do it once.
Yeah. So yeah, Bitcoin CLI get block hash. This will give you the hash of the first block, Genesis block. Actually, we can like share the hash in Discord because it will be same for everyone.
Right.
The Genesis block is same for everyone. So yeah,
I
this is the
got
hash
the
of the
hash
Genesis.
actually. Okay.
Oh, sorry,
Anmol,
no, this is not the hash.
it's the other thing you got it.
Yeah. So
Go
yeah,
ahead. Asking some question.
So this is the hash of the Genesis block. So after this, if you do Bitcoin like block, then paste hash, then space 2.
That 2 is for verbosity, and that will
Yes.
give you details of the transaction of that block. And the Genesis block only has one transaction, the Genesis transaction, and it will just show you the details of that.
Yeah, so do Bitcoin CLI get block, paste the block hash, then space 2, and then if you hit enter, it will give you this entire Genesis block and all the information about it.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's try to decode this hex and read the message that Satoshi encoded. So hex to ASCII. Yeah.
Yes, we got it. Awesome.
That's nice. So
Yep.
I think we won. Right? Is anyone facing any issues?
Can you guys get Coinbase data?
Yes, Raj, I got this data. How to convert into the text format?
Just
I
use
mean, to
any
read the
Just go to Google and type it ASCII to text converter.
ASCII to text. Okay.
You get
Yes.
no hex.
Sorry. Hex to ASCII converter. Yes.
I shared the link in the chat.
And just paste it over there and you'll see a text translation of it. It's basically the data represented in hex format.
So Raj and Anmol, one question. So basically what we are doing here in the regtest, this is actually a clone of the actual blockchain?
Not really. It's kind of like it starts with the Genesis block and then it creates more fake blocks on top of it in your local machine. So it's kind of like it behaves like the actual Bitcoin node, but it's not the real Bitcoin node. It's like a fake Bitcoin node that is creating fake blocks and fake transactions.
Okay, only the block, Genesis block is the real one.
Only the Genesis block is the common for all the networks.
Oh, okay, great.
So yeah, we can only do this for the Genesis block. For other blocks, it's just like data that is only valid in our local machine, not in actual Bitcoin network. Cool, Anmol. I think like people are till here and this was fun.
So yeah, now we explore some wallet RPCs. So Bitcoin CLI, first we'll create a wallet. So create a wallet with your name, and the RPC command is create wallet. So I'll do one mole, and you guys can do your own name or pseudonym. So yeah, Bitcoin CLI, create wallet, paste your name, then hit enter, and that will create a wallet. And you should see something like this.
Okay, great.
And yeah, if you want to see the wallets that are there, you can do Bitcoin CLI list wallets. So if you do this, you'll get all the wallets. So right now there are two wallets. One is the default wallet that Polar loaded for me, and this is the one that I create.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
After this,
Yeah, Anmol.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
for the wallet which we create, so we can see the public key and private key also here.
no.
I think you have to like export the wallet and do some other operation to get that done. You
Yeah,
don't
I think
need
there's a
private
there's a RPC called dump private key or dump priv key something which you can use to dump the private key, but I don't think that is exported directly by list wallets.
Yeah, you should not need to do that. In case like you need to transfer, like hypothetically speaking, your mainnet wallet file you need to transfer. You need to consult with your specific app, the mobile app that you are using. If you are using Bitcoin Core, then the wallet.dat file, you can just directly copy the wallet.dat file, and then it should work. Yeah. So for all other purposes, you can just like sign transaction that will internally use the private key and ask get new address that will use the public key to derive address for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, since we are in regtest, so that's what I thought of experimenting with that.
Yeah, that's a good thing to explain.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
if you can see the wallet file and dump it and try to get the private key, that will be fun. But let's move ahead on more here.
Yeah, so next command that we're going to try is get new address. So if you look at the help for this, you can like attach a label to your address. This command accepts two parameters. One is label and one is the address type. Because we have different address type in the Bitcoin network, you can like specify what you need. By default, I think it will give us segment, but if you want, you can specify where2, or if you want a legacy address, which is pay to public key hash, specify legacy. And if you want a wrapped segment, then you can specify P2SH. So let's try all of them. So yeah. One more thing before you right now we were doing just Bitcoin CLI, and like you were typing the command and then you were like getting the result. But right now we have two wallets loaded, so we need to specify what which wallet this.
Another to do it, just unload the default wallet and it works. Just Bitcoin CLI unload wallet empty string.
Okay. Yeah. Other than that, you can do this.
Yes.
Just to complete what I was saying, if you have two wallets loaded and you don't want to unload it but use another wallet, you can do something like --rpc wallet equals to unmol. So this will instruct the Bitcoin CLI to use this particular wallet, and then you can do get new address. Yeah, and that will do it. But yeah, what Raj is, if you do it without this option, you will get an error.
Yeah, so like the concept here is like if you have multiple wallet loaded and you are issuing wallet related command, you need to tell core which wallet you are talking about, because there are multiple wallets you can do the same command on. So if you have only one wallet, then you can directly use the command. And so what we did just before is like one way is like specifying which wallet we are talking about, and the other way is unload the wallet that we will not be using, that is the default one. So we are saying Bitcoin CLI unload wallet, the default name, and it will just unload that wallet, and now we have just one wallet that we created via one name. Now all the wallet specific command we will issue will be done on the wallet that we just created, right?
Yeah, and if you want to go back and load the previous wallet that you unloaded again, there's a command called load wallet, and you can do it. So this will load the default wallet back again. So right now we'll unload so that we don't have to type it every time. So Bitcoin CLI, unload wallet, then pass an empty string like double quotes.
Right. I'm here. Anybody has blockers? Nope. Let's go.
So after unloading the wallet, we don't need to use that RPC thing directly. We can use the.
Yes.
It was giving me error. I don't know why.
Okay, let's try get new address and more. See, no error on my end.
If you have RPC error, please post it in the chat. That way we can. It should be like manageable. If you see any RPC error, post it in the chat.
Okay, I think there was a problem. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay, let's move ahead.
Yeah, so let's try different address types. So get new address, label is default, and let's do legacy. So this will give us a. Do I need to put it in quotes?
I think so.
Oh, it's set by dash address type. Okay.
Dash address type.
Nope. Let's look at the help.
I think you should put it into double quote, the legacy.
Accepts label address type.
Oh, it worked for me. I think you just had the help command in front. Bitcoin CLI get new address, label and legacy works. No.
Oh yeah.
Just
I have the wallet name in front.
I don't think so. Like you can put this thing. You don't need the wallet.
This will work.
Yes, this will work. Maybe you need to put it in the double quote. Like this worked for me. I'm posting in the chat.
It works even without double quotes. So by mistake, I was running Bitcoin CLI get new address unmold the space double quote space legacy. So that's why it was I was specifying the wallet.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is the legacy, like the P2PKH, right?
Yes.
This is a P2PKH ad, right? It starts with N, and
Yeah. So on mainnet it starts with 1. On testnet it starts with N, and on regtest I think it starts with M.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So let's do. What were the other types?
The other types of big32, big32M, we have P2SH SegWit. P2SH SegWit, big32 and big32M.
So P2SH SegWit. If we do this, it will give us a P2SH address which starts with 2. And for best32 is the default. Best32 just means SegWit version 0. So yeah, on mainnet the SegWit addresses start with BC1, BC1Q or BC1Q, I think, for SegWit version 0, and then for regtest they start with BCRT.
Right. Awesome.
And best32M. This is a taproot address.
This is a taproot address. So if we just specify big32M, the wallet gives us taproot address, and we can spend and receive taproot in that way. Still, the default is big32, right?
Yeah, the default is best32. So if we don't specify anything, it will give us a best32 address.
Makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Awesome. Let's move on.
Okay, so Yeah, let's try generating some blocks to this particular address. So as you saw, we can generate in the GUI as well, but there's also a RPC command to do this on regtest. So Bitcoin CLI generate to address.
The GUI is basically using these commands actually internally.
Yeah.
And just creates a button to just issue this command to the node. But it's actually doing this, what we are doing manually.
Yes. So yeah, before we do this, there's one more wallet RPC command that I want you guys to try. So let's load the wallet that has some balance. So Bitcoin CLI load wallet empty string. So this will load the wallet that we mined the blocks. So this one has some balance, and I'll unload the wallet that we created. So Bitcoin CLI unload wallet unload. So now if we do Bitcoin CLI.
Anmol, another thing just will be good for other people. If you don't clear the screen very often, then people can follow along with the fast code. Yeah. Just wait when you are at the end of the screen.
Okay, yeah, sorry, it's a force of habit.
Yeah. Right. So we are at the previous wallet now, right? We have some balance.
Yes. Yeah, we have some balance, and now let's try sending to an address. So let's try sending to the address that Paper posted, which is, where did he post it?
Just below the meme, above the meme. Let me try to fetch it.
Or we can like send it in between wallet, but I'll have to load that wallet again.
Just send it to self at wallet, right? Or just mine some block. We can do it anyway. Mine some block on the new wallet and do a self-send transaction.
Okay. So Bitcoin CLI get new address.
Yes.
With this address. Yeah. So there's another command which you can use to send to any Bitcoin addresses via Bitcoin CLI. So it's called send to address, send to this. Yeah. So this is the help command. So first you specify the address, then the amount, then any comments. And yeah, these are point selection and options.
Those are like advanced stuff. We don't want to do that here. So what we'll do, just create a simple send to the previous address. And you just need to mandatory field, the address and the amount. Everything else is optional.
Yeah. So Bitcoin CLI send to address, the address and the amount. So let's send 21 points to this address.
Awesome. That creates
yeah, this is the transaction ID. And you can look at the transaction by calling Bitcoin CLI get raw transaction.
I think get transaction will also work because its TX index is enabled.
Okay. Get transaction, specify the transaction ID.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the transaction that we just made. So you can see the details. This is the hex.
Right. You can this will give you a analyzed version of the transaction about the fees, the total amount, all the metadata you want to know about the transaction. And then in the hex field, that will be the raw transaction, the actual transaction data. You can copy the hex field and say Bitcoin CLI decode raw transaction, and that will give you the inputs and the outputs script how a transaction looks like. So we can see what the transaction just created from the hex.
Yeah. So let me copy this. Copy.
All right. So, sorry to interject, Raj. People are unable to join the Dev Dungeon channel, voice channel. Is there a restriction there?
No, the dev dungeon. It's only for the dev role.
Okay.
I'll sort you out with in the DM this thing.
Okay.
Anmol, you can go ahead on this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, let's decode this action. So clear Bitcoin CLI decode raw transaction. Yeah, so as you can see, it will decode this raw transaction that we provided and give you an analyzed view in which you can look at the V in, the V out. Yeah, as we can see, like this is the value that we sent to this particular address. You can look at the script type and the hex, the script pub key. And then this is the change output that went back to the wallet address. And this is the change address. This is the input. We are spending this UTXO. And yeah, this is the signature. This is the public key for this address that we're spending, sequence, all that. This is the transaction ID.
Is it possible to send other than the self one? Any other address?
Yeah, it is possible.
Will they be able to see the what you sent? Like other people?
Yeah,
can you send to other people?
No. I can send to a different wallet that is loaded. So we load like two wallets. We have two wallets, right? So let's do that. So Bitcoin CLI and unload wallet. I'll unload this default wallet and then Bitcoin CLI load wallet. Unload. So now my wallet is loaded. Bitcoin CLI get wallet info. So now you can see that the balance is 0, right? We'll go back. Bitcoin CLI. We'll unload. First, we'll get an address. So get new address. So this will give me an address from this wallet. So now we need to unload.
Maybe at least it's better to just move to wallet and use the RPC thing. That you're like it's way more code, more typing. Just load to wallet and use the RPC.
Yeah, but like I'll have to load the other wallet before I run any command. So Bitcoin load wallet. Yeah, so now like both wallets are loaded. I'll clear my screen, make sure the address is still there. So Bitcoin CLI dash RPC wallet equals empty string, then send to address, specify the address, specify the amount, let's send 1 Bitcoin, enter. So this is the transaction ID. Now if we go back and look at the wallet, so Anmol get wallet info. Yeah, so now you can see that I have 1 Bitcoin in unconfirmed balance because the transaction is not being confirmed. If you mine some blocks, then then this will get confirmed. So let's mine some block. There is also a mining RPC called generate to block. So first let's fetch a new address. Bitcoin CLI get PC wallet. Let's get new address. So it gave me a new address from the default wallet, and I'll do Bitcoin CLI generate to address. So this RPC command mines some blocks to the address that we give and specify the number of blocks, so 10 blocks. Oh, I think the number of blocks comes first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 10 blocks, mine 10 blocks to this address. Yeah. These are the block hashes, I think.
Yeah, these are the block IDs.
Okay, and
So
now
what
if we go
this
back,
means is the address you given is like the output of the Coinbase transaction. So that means like the Coinbase subsidy goes to that address when you issue this command.
yeah. So the block reward will like go to this address. Yeah, and if I go back and check the wallet balance, you can see that I have 1 Bitcoin in confirmed balance in this wallet.
Right.
So I send from like one of my wallet to a different wallet.
Awesome. Great. Have people been able to follow along so far?
Yes, Raj.
Yes,
Great.
this was fantastic. Only thing this get wallet info command is not working on my Polar. I don't know why.
Okay, what is
Are you
saying?
getting RPC?
Can you post the error? Oh, not post the error, right?
Yeah.
Wallet file not specified. You have to use the RPC wallet. You have 2 wallet loaded and you have to issue the command with RPC wallet equals to the file name, which wallet you are talking about for the wallet info. So yeah, the RPC thing that still didn't work.
Yeah, that didn't work. I have put this double quote and it says wallet is already loaded. And then again I tried. It didn't work. I don't know why.
No, you have to do like this. I'll post it in. No, Rishabh, the command that you sent, I think it won't work. You have to specify the RPC wallet first before.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like this.
Yeah.
And
in that you can just your name from Anmol to your wallet name, and that should work.
Okay,
Yeah,
but,
and if you want to,
but as you said, if there is only one wallet, we don't need to use RPC.
If there is only one wallet loaded, we don't need to use RPC. Yes.
Yes, and the same thing I did. I have unloaded one wallet. And then I tried to run this Bitcoin CLI get wallet info command.
And what do you get?
And I am getting error code -19.
With the same message? What's the message? Error message?
Yes, it is the same message.
That your wallet file not specified.
Exactly.
Can you do Bitcoin CLI list wallets and see what are the wallets loaded?
List wallets. Yeah, there are 2 wallets loaded. One is my name and another is the default wallet.
So that means for some reason the unload command didn't work. So you still have 2 wallets loaded.
Yeah, so when I did unload.
So now just issue Bitcoin CLI unload wallet, the default wallet name.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you look at my screen, if you have 2 wallets loaded, if you do list wallets, it will give you both the wallets. Once you unload it using this command, and then issue the command again, list wallet, it will only give you 1 wallet, which is the one that's loaded.
Yeah, okay, I am doing that. List wallet, now it is showing just 1, and then I have to do
get wallet info. Yes.
Get wallet info.
Yeah, Bitcoin CLI get wallet.
Yeah, now it is working fine. I think they messed up somewhere. Okay,
awesome.
Thanks.
Cool. Anybody else having any blockers? So Dhruvil is asking what was the address. You can pass on any address. So we created that address from get new address of the default wallet. and we mined the block on that address. So now the default wallet has the block subsidies. You can use your own wallet also to mine it. It doesn't matter. So in case like you use your get new address from your own wallet, then your own wallet will own the block subsidies. You can use any address over there. You can use somebody else's address also. You can use Paper's address, and that will own the block subsidies. But in that case, you won't be able to spend those block subsidies because you don't have the private key of that address. Cool.
Hazel also asked a question. When we mine the first blocks, the block reward automatically goes to some wallet, right? Which one is that? So if you mine it using Polar, it will go to the default wallet. But if you are using the CLI, you have to specify the address. You can't mine without specifying the address.
Right. So that's what the address field is for the generate address command. Okay, cool.
Okay, guys, that's the end of the hands-on session. If you want to explore more RPC commands, also link this in the pre-workshop doc, but you can go to this link, and here you will find list of all the RPC commands. So there are a lot of them. I encourage you to try like whatever, like do some more digging about which commands of a wallet, what are the other blockchain exploration commands, and yeah, now you know like how to run your own regtest node, so you can try all of these commands.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much, Anmol, for giving us this awesome session. I think this was helpful for many people who are diving into mastering Bitcoin in the weeks forward. You are going to look into transaction details. You are going to look into taproot and stuff. Having the Bitcoin CLI tool handy as you are doing your study will be very useful. So you can like look into the details as much as you need while you're covering the theories. Cool. I guess this was great, and maybe last round of questions. And if anybody have questions, feel free to shoot.
Yeah, before we do that, like now we know how to start the regtest node. We never talked about how to stop it. So if you want to stop, you can just click stop, and it will stop the node, but it will persist all the data that's associated with your node in this file. So if you close Polar, come back, it will always persist like this. If you want to delete it, you can go click on these three dots, click on delete, and then if you delete it, then it won't set.
I just wanted to have a question. Is there a way we can go to the Polar data directory? Or we have
why do you want to do that?
I mean, like, just curious. Can do that?
You'll have to do it like mastering Bitcoin. So if you create a network like this, it automatically creates a data directory which is in Docker. So if we go to Docker, you can see like these are the things that are running, and once you quit it, it will save it to a volume which you can access it here. So right now there are 3 volumes in use. So these volumes actually store the data. And
the comment is an easy way to do it is like just go to the directory home bitcoin.bitcoin. That's the default data directory it's using. I'll just copy paste the command and you will see a regtest file over there. And it's simple. Polar just have the data directory and it's in home bitcoin.bitcoin.
Yeah, so you can do like ls to view all the things that are there. And if you do cd home, that will cd stand for change directory. So this will change the directory to home. And then home, if you do ls, you can see there's Bitcoin. So cd Bitcoin. And I think it's too small. Let me please. Yeah. So cd Bitcoin, then do ls again.
You have, yes, it's hidden .bitcoin. You can directly go to cd-home.bitcoin.bitcoin and just to slash another one cd to regtest, and you will see the data. So now LSLA over here. Yeah, so this is like the blocks. Those are like the folders that has the blocks. Then you have the debug log. It's just a text file. If you open it will show you all the debug log on Bitcoin node. Then peers.dat, that's where like it stores all the peer data. And then there is a wallets folder. And if you just cd into the wallets folder, that will show you the wallet that we just worked with. And it will have 2 wallet folders, just ls here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I deleted it. So yeah, there's no wallet if you do it on your.
Yeah, there is no wallet folder. It is deleted. Yes. But yeah, like this is like the data directory. You can like, if you want to like move your entire node setup or into one machine to another, you can just copy paste this data directory and it will just work. And if you just always maintain like that home bitcoin.bitcoin or home user.bitcoin, that usually where Bitcoin D looks for the data directory. But if you're using Polar, it will always be in the same place, right? So yeah, that's just the last thing I wanted to explore, the data directory part.
Yeah, and then one more thing, you can stop, and then there's also an option to export. I haven't tried it, but I think it saves everything into a zip, and which you can send to people, and then you can also import the network from the zip file there, like this.
Right. I think like it will also export the Lightning data directory and stuff. Also, there are a lot of bunch of data that stores there. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have Lightning nodes as well right now. So like just in case if I have some network which I want to share with Raj, I can download the zip file, send it to Raj. He can import it, and then
and we can be like experiment on the same network together. This is like really cool feature on Polar.
Yeah. Yeah. So
if you want to explore another thing is like, can we add 2 Bitcoin node and connect them together?
Yes, should be possible. Create. So yeah, for now I won't start any Lightning nodes. 2 Bitcoin nodes. Yes. They're connected by default.
Okay, they are connected by default. And then like if one thing people can try in is like if you mine blocks in one node, the other node will already get the blocks. And you can see around the P2P network and stuff like that. I think another cool thing that happens is like if you click on the line that the connection that depicts the connection in the channel, and that will give you the peer connection details. So it doesn't do much, but just the detail. Okay.
Yeah. If we go to the CLI, I'll launch it quickly and like show guys. So Bitcoin CLI, and there's a command called get peer info. I think this is it, right?
Yeah.
So this will give you like all the details about your peer.
Right. It just have one peer, so it just to that JSON that starts with ID equals to 1. That's just details of the peer. So yeah, you can have like multiple Bitcoin node running in the same machine and try around things also.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. We're at 1.5 hours, so we'll not extend further. Hope you guys had fun and get to learn something. If you have tried more interesting things, do let us know in the channels. If you have more questions, post it over there. We'll get back to it. And this session was recorded, so it will be published in YouTube and Twitter soon. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. See you tomorrow with the regular Mastering Bitcoin session, and you can find the instruction in the notice board and usual drills. So long. Have a good day, good night, wherever you are. Thanks for joining in.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cool. Bye, guys.